Nigerian and AI have become like a Siamese twins. They go hand in hand, especially the younger version of Nigeria. You can't take away AI from their conversation. Even to write these days, people go to AI. To cook, people go to AI. To live normal life, people go to. As a matter of fact, right now, people say that they now find dating sites, and of course, various dating sites are evolving from the AI. Well, we'll be talking this morning to a digital expert talking about the AI technology and its impact in Nigeria. Joining me right now to talk about the generative AI in Nigeria is Samuel Nitwe, who is a digital expert. You're welcome to Global Morning.
Thank you, Mr.
Well, Samuel, let's look at the AI technology. In your own assessment so far, is it a curse or a blessing to Nigerians?
It's definitely a blessing, but one that needs to be handled with care because it can easily switch to a curse if misused.
What the reason why I'm asking is because we have a situation right now where more humans don't get to talk to human beings, rather they talk to more to devices. We have students in universities that don't carry out assignment. They bank on various AI tools to do that. Right now, we even have conversations where people have to record you and doctor videos in order to stay afloat and keep track with various happenings within the social media space. And this has become like, this comes at the detriment of a lot of people. And we have a lot, the increase on cyberbullying has gone up. So I'm asking again, should we begin to say that AI is a blessing to Nigeria, and going by all of these irregularities that has come with the AI initiative in Nigeria? Your own take, what do you think going by the bullying and cyber threatening and other vices that come from the internet?
Yes, so that's a very good observation. So I would still maintain that AI is a blessing, but just like many powerful tools, it comes with very huge risks. And so just like every powerful tool, it's the misuse is also costly, just like you mentioned, this potential doctoring of videos and misuse. And I would actually, along as we go on, I would like to talk about some of the things that lead to some of this misuse, or how AI can actually be used for the betterment, right? Or why I'm saying or insisting that AI is a blessing to Nigeria. So, but I still maintain that despite all the challenges, despite all the potential points of misuse, it's still a blessing, but it just needs to be handled. And that's why there is a push for ethics, for ethical use of AI. There's a push for very good use of AI, because it definitely can be misused. Acknowledge that it can be misused. AI can be misused, and most of these scenarios I've mentioned are areas in which AI is currently is being misused by others. But there are also very great ways in which AI is being used in for disabled persons. And there are a lot of ways in which AI is being used. So it still remains a blessing, but it has great potential. It can be misused, and that's why there's a need for ethics, for heavy emphasis on ethical use, and people need to know how to use AI the right way.
Well, sir, there's a tweak to the conversation, and the tweak is that a lot of people will be losing their jobs as a result of the adoption of AI. How correct is this to say that more Nigerians will be thrown into the unemployment market because more businesses are adopting the AI models?
Yes, so about jobs, I would say it's in two folds. So the first is, yes, some jobs will be phased out, just like how computing phased out a lot of roles, right? You admit that computing, like when in the 90s, you had human calculators, you had mathematicians that performed calculations. But when calculators and computers came out and could perform millions of calculations in split second, it phased out the need for mathematicians, or for mathematicians in that specific task, right? But it hasn't. It has transformed as it came. It also created new roles. Like programming was not something that existed sometimes back. I'm just trying to go somewhere. So, and when you look at, for instance, Uber or taxis or some of these, when you look at every innovation, it has the potential to phase out certain jobs, but it also has it also has room for transformation of how existing jobs are. For instance, when you look at every space, including software engineering, you have AI that writes codes now, that can build full stack applications. At least it's still at prototype level, or it's still at early stage. We can an argument will be placed out there that it's not, you can't build very sophisticated solutions with it, but it's still growing. And we're getting to a point where every job is being affected by AI. So yes, to an extent, AI is shifting how or change transforming how works are done, and it will phase out the need for certain roles, and for other roles it will transform how they are being have been performed. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good, it could be a very good thing in such that if when AI is used very well, let's given for instance, as a journalist, you can use AI now to research. I would like to use an example of back. Let me just try to take us back. So if you look at Nigeria, let's see the internet. So in the 90s in Nigeria, if you wanted to perform, like complete a research in university, you would need access to journals, to books, and what it meant was you have to go to the library to physically get copies of the books you want. If you don't have them there, the librarian goes out to the to maybe to send a report to other libraries to get those books. So, but with the internet, you admit that even with the breakthrough in the internet, even though we have much more resources, people there is still a sect of students who instead of having more quality research, now will I say lazy. And that's not because the internet has made them lazy. It's because they are using, or rather the transformation, they have not tapped into the right ways to use that. Because technically, with the internet and the connection of interconnection of so many resources and libraries, it's supposed to produce so much more quality research, quality access to data, and all those things. So with just like so the same thing with AI, you have the potential with AI to be able to go deeper. Companies are investing heavily in AI. You can see big countries like US, China are investing heavily in AI because it accelerates research, it accelerates productivity, and makes you focus on the real things. There are things that AI cannot take away from humans. There are still things that AI cannot take away from humans. So I believe that that with jobs, rather than seeing AI as a tool that is here to just bring like an apocalypse, like end like some of the movies, I would say we should see it that yes, while it changes jobs, we should try to explore. Everyone should start looking at their current jobs and see how can, given the transformation in AI, how can I transform, or how can I improve or adapt to use AI and not get phased out by other competition, because there are definitely effective ways in which you will be able to make the most out of AI and not get phased out, because they definitely AI, whether you like it or not, AI will transform or change how we do our jobs. Just like the internet has changed how the teachers, you have teachers on YouTube, you have teachers virtually, all those things have changed how jobs were done compared to the pre-internet phase and also post-internet phase. So the AI, in summary, AI will actually transform our route, and it's the best way forward is to see how we can adapt and make the best out of it, and not be scared of jumping on the bus.
Well, Samuel Nitway,
Yes.
just before I let you go, just a few minutes before we call it a wrap this morning, AI has made Nigerian students more lazy than what it was before, where students would burn the candle and read all the nights to stay afloat and stay informed. But right now, it's as if most students are more lazy due to AI. And we get to see the other conversation where the government is still not regulating the AI space in Nigeria. Going by this trend, can we say that Nigerian is sitting on the time bomb if AI is not being regulated and the time frame being put to regulate the AIs?
Okay, I like the direction of questions because it's actually very practical and concerns that are being deliberated or are being debated. So first thing I would like to say is AI is not what is making the students lazy. It has just created an avenue for students who are lazy to be more lazy,
To amplify their laziness.
Exactly. So because a student who normally doesn't do his assignments, when what before AI, what would be the route? It will be they'll copy their friends' work, right? They'll copy their notes. They will go to, so before AI. These are habits that are already been there. A student who is very diligent doing the assignments and researches, maybe checks Google, read materials, reads content before AI. With AI, the AI empowers him. So AI amplifies the need to or existing what I call it behavior of the students. So it's not necessarily a case where in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is AI is not the enabler. It's just a tool that can be misused, and so it's just like scammers. So just like AI is not empowering scammers or AI is not creating scams, it's just
AI is a tool.
so it's a tool to scam better. Do you understand? So like that. So it's misuse. It's not the tool. It's the misuse. So AI is not just like we can't say AI is creating scams or enabling scams, but rather scammers are using AI to scam better. So same thing. Lazy students are using AI to be more lazy. So the problem is not necessarily AI, but emphasis on this, because while we complain about the laziness, I'm not saying it's not valid. It's very valid, and it's actually there because you have a case now. It's now left a way to tackle that would be to empower teachers or the lecturers with a way to let's say to penalize this copy this poor habits, and that means there is room for more innovation in the way questions are set, that those who copy lazy are penalized.
And they won't be able to detect.
Exactly.
Well, Samuel, literally, we have a lot of things to discuss even on AI, but I've been saying that right now that it's time for us to go. Let's tag this as AI conversation part 1.
Yes.
We'll bring you back for the part 2 because we've not even exhausted half of what we have here. A lot of questions that are begging for answers even on AI conversations in Nigeria. But I want to say thank you so much for finding our time to be with us here on the show.
Thank you for having me too.
But viewers, will go for a short break, and when we come back, we will still talk more on this table before we bid you farewell.